Hello everyone, welcome to you all for the chapter number 4 of Banking and Monetary Policy. In our previous lecture, we discussed about the monetary policy and what does it actually mean. So as you all know by now, that monetary policy is considered as the conscious steps which are taken by the policy makers to control or regulate the stock of money and the value of money or cost of money. So today we are going to see how is this entire monetary policy is actually built up. So there are two measures to make this monetary policy: qualitative measures and quantitative measures. Quantitative measures is something that we are going to discuss today. In quantitative measures, you can see that I have written this word called general. What does general mean? Because these are such kind of measures which are applicable to entire economy in general or in common. So quantitative measures are called general measures which are applicable to all of the economy in general or in common. So today we will discuss about bank rate and reverse repo rate. So these are the two topics that will be covered today. So we will be starting here with the bank rate. It is the long-term rate which is charged by Reserve Bank. How is it charged by Reserve Bank? Let's see. See if as customers, if we are in the need of finance, where we will go? We will go to the commercial banks for the required finance to get the required finance from the commercial bank as a part of loan. So if we are going to commercial bank, where will commercial bank go if they are in the need of finance? They will go to the Reserve Bank. As you have already seen in the monetary functions of Reserve Bank of India, that it is called the banker's bank. So our banker is the commercial bank, and we are going to get required finance as a loan from the commercial bank. Commercial banks will go to the Reserve Bank of India as RBI is their banker. So Reserve Bank of India will charge interest for the loan they have provided to the commercial bank. Similarly, the way commercial banks charge interest from us, Reserve Bank of India charges interest from the commercial bank. So this rate of interest which is charged by Reserve Bank of India is called the bank rate. See, you must have understood what I am trying to say. That this rate of interest charged by Reserve Bank of India for the loan that is received loan that is lent to the commercial banks, this is called the bank rate. See how this inverse relation between borrowing by commercial bank and the bank rates. How is it so? See, higher rate of interest, which means the loans will be expensive. See, for example, Reserve Bank of India is charging 12% per annum as an interest for the commercial banks borrowing. So you are already aware about the definition of commercial bank, that they are not working for the welfare of their members, they are working for the profit earning purpose. So if Reserve Bank of India charges 12% interest from the commercial bank, the commercial banks will obviously have to charge more than 12%, and hence it will make the loans costlier, and hence public will not be able to borrow money as much as they requirement, because loans will be costlier. So higher rate of interest charged by RBI, so means higher bank rate will make the loans expensive, and hence banks will borrow less, and ultimately people will borrow less. And in the reverse scenario, if bank rates are lower, loans will be cheaper, and people will be able to borrow more funds from the commercial banks, because commercial banks will be able to borrow more funds from the Reserve Bank of India. So this is how inverse relation between borrowing capacity of commercial bank and bank rates work like this. So if the bank rate is high, what will happen? If bank rate is high, borrowing money will be costlier, and hence people will not be able to borrow more funds for their requirements. Hence it will lessen the demand of the goods that people require, because they are not having sufficient fund for the borrowing. So higher bank rate means lesser money creation. As you have already studied the topic of credit creation in our previous video, you must be aware how this credit creation works, and how rupees 1000 deposit can make another 4000 rupees deposit by circulation of money. See, as I told you before many times, that circulation of money is at the core or center of the economic system. So if the bank rates are higher, lesser money will be created and the demand for the goods will be lesser, and this is why circulation of money will also be lessened. So higher bank rate is not good for economic system unless there is an inflation going on in the economy. How? Why did I say this? See, in the case of inflation, as you all know because we have studied in the chapter number 3, in case of inflation, the supply of money is more than the demand of money in the market. Why demand of money is lesser? Because prices are higher and demand for the goods is much lesser. The prices of the goods are so high that people are not quite interested in purchasing those things. So this is why demand for money is less than the supply of money, or in other words, supply of money is more than the demand of money. So to control this situation, to control the excess supply of money that is prevalent in the economy, bank rates are increased, and if bank rates are increased, what will happen? We have already seen this here, that increased bank rates will create these kinds of circumstances. So bank rates are increased. This entire policy is called dear money policy. This dear doesn't mean my loving. Dear means costlier. So money is costly here in this kind of situation. In case of inflation, as you already know that inflation in other words means price rise. So price rise means money is costlier. In this costlier is used here, word is called dear. So this dear doesn't mean my loving person, or this dear means costlier money policy. So this was about the situation of inflation. So what will happen when there is depression situation? Depression is called mandi in Gujarati, and this depression means the supply of money is much lesser. People are running short of cash in hand. So there is no money. People want to buy things, but they are not having sufficient money. So supply of money is lesser than the demand of money. In this situation, bank rates are increased. Bank rates are decreased. So if bank rates are decreased, what will happen? The situation will be totally inverse than this. Lesser bank rates, listen to my words carefully. Lesser bank rates means more money creation, more demand of goods, more circulation of money, and this is how economy can be brought out of the situation of depression. So bank rates are decreased to curb the situation of depression. This is called cheap money policy. By this policy, money can be made cheaper, and these kinds of situations can be avoided in the situations which are inverse than this. As I said before, lower bank rate means higher money creation, higher demand of goods, and higher circulation of money, and the economy will get a boom, and the economy will be brought out of the situation called depression. So this is all about the bank rate. So you must be aware about what is the bank rate by now. That is the rate which is charged by Reserve Bank of India to the commercial bank in return of the finance they have taken from the Reserve Bank of India. So, but there is one problem to this bank rate system, that it is for the longer term. So, in any case, Reserve Bank of India is willing to change the bank rates. It will take a long process, and it cannot be changed within a year. Like if bank rate is 8% today, it cannot be gone up or can be taken down in the next year. So it is a long-term concept. So Reserve Bank of India got aware about this situation, and Reserve Bank of India is no more using bank rate as its monetary policies instrument. What they are using now is called repo rate or reverse repo rate. So what are these two things? What is repo rate and what is reverse repo rate? Repo rate is a shorter, as you know that demat is shortened from dematerialization, repo is shortened from repurchase. Repurchase means you are purchasing something again from someone. So similarly, when commercial bank required finance from RBI, here also when commercial bank wants finance from RBI, they will sell their existing securities to RBI, and with a promise or agreement that they will repurchase these securities from RBI at a discounted rates. Mark my words carefully. Commercial banks are holding a few securities right now. They will sell these securities to Reserve Bank of India with an agreement to repurchase the same securities at a discounted amount. This is called the repo rate or repurchase rate. It is the main aspect or main characteristics of repo rate is that it is for a shorter period of time and there can be changes in this monetary policy in a shorter period of time duration also. Mostly this requirement can be of 1 day, 7 days, 15 days or even more than that. So it can be a shorter period of time. Increase in repo rate or decrease in repo rate, it works according to the inflation and depression respectively. So this entire procedure is applicable to the repo rate system too. That inflation, in case of inflation, how were the bank rates increased? Similarly, repo rate will be increased, and in case of depression, bank rates were decreased. Similarly, repo rates will be decreased. So this entire procedure remains the same in case of repo rate system. So increase and decrease in the rates according to the inflation and depression respectively works in the same way they were working in the case of bank rates. So now repo rate, we can say that it is improved version of bank rates. So the limitations that were in the bank rates are improvised in the repo rate system. So now there is one more thing. There is a word called reverse repo rate. What is reverse repo rate? Reverse repo rate is the same procedure but in the reverse way. In repo rate, commercial banks were selling their securities to RBI because they were requiring the funds. Here the scenario will be reversed. Reserve Bank is requiring funds from someone. So whom will they contact? They will contact the commercial banks. That Reserve Bank is in the need of finance and they can borrow funds from the commercial banks. This is a reverse scenario. Reserve banks are requiring finance. They are also holding securities. They will sell these securities to commercial bank with an agreement to repurchase the same securities at a discounted amount. So this is the entirely reverse procedure than the repo rate. So Reserve Bank of India are holding securities. They will sell these securities to commercial bank with an agreement to repurchase the same securities at the discounted price. So what will happen here? Increase in reverse repo rate means reverse repo rate is high. That means RBI will have to pay more amount of interest to commercial bank than they are getting from the general public. So as a commercial banks or as a commercial person, you are also aware that for the profit earning method, for the profit earning purpose, a person will go to that direction where he is earning more. So if reverse repo rate is more than the general interest rates that public are giving to the bank, commercial bank will obviously go to the finance to finance the Reserve Bank of India. So increase in reverse repo rate means commercial bank will lend more funds to Reserve Bank of India due to higher return than they can be providing to the general public. So commercial bank will lend more fund to Reserve Bank of India than general public. Secondly, this is why less funding to general public. See, Reserve Bank is giving more interest than general public, so commercial banks will obviously go to the Reserve Bank. So they will not be able to fund general public as much as they could do before. And third, this is why there will be lesser supply of money in the market, and this entire procedure will happen once again. The supply of money is less in the market, and this is how policy can be used to improvise the economic scenario, to control the stock of money in the market. So these were the two main important instruments or measurements or quantitative measures to frame the monetary policy. One is bank rate, another is repo rate and reverse repo rate. Bank rates were previously used as a part of monetary policy. Right now, repo rate and reverse repo rate are in the existence. So they are similar, but just one difference is there, that this is for the longer term and this is for the shorter period of time. As you all know that governments time to time declare what is the current repo rate and what is the current reverse they can be changed according to what kind of economic situation you are in right now. So today we discussed about the bank rate and repo rate and reverse repo rate. In the next video, we will be talking about CRR and SLR. CRR is something that we have already discussed while we were talking about the credit creation. Here it will be a little more in depth. So CRR and SLR will be our next topics. Till then, revise this entire concept, and if you are having any doubts, you can contact me, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you.